Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Now, welcome to another exciting, riveting, and amazing Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Dane, the one and only master propaganda heroes like defender of the fatherland of to Eindhoven, with my lovely new monitor. Yes, it arrived fairly swiftly, thankfully. So we're off here. In the north, it is Billy Mitchell and Ausar here with the German army, Deutschland, the Hammerbeering, Fallschirm, Panzerdivision here with the Luftwaffe. And with, but nothing yet there for Billy. In the south it is Looney and Cheezus here with the British 7th Armoured and the US 45th Infantry Division. We've got 30 Cal Scouts, Riflemen versus Panzer Grenadiers and Fallschirm Pioniere. So off to the races we are, my good sirs and ladies. MG-42 Vows of the Val, Fallschirm going into the castle ruins, swiftly advancing with a Coh3 90K bolt action rifles, Cheezus with a dingo. Yes. We'll have to see if it becomes a dingon though, quickly. Vickers moving into the ruins, of course, not expecting Fallschirm Pioniere to be hiding amongst the ruins already, perhaps they were. Shots fired here, Fallschirm quickly ducking out after the first shots fired, need to get into cover there.
A dingo recon vehicle has
Sender, we got Sabers moving up, and here we got Scouts also poking forwards, backed up by Riflemen. Up here, bike at the ready. Panzer Pioniere also sort of poking forwards. And there go Dingo racing in. Now Vickers there, of course, charging in. Looking to take advantage of the chaos. Another route forward here for Looney. Shots fired there. Fallschirm Pioniere further ducking out there. The MD-42 team being very slowly moved toward the front line here. Fallschirm Pioniere taking damage, more dropping in here for Ausar. And here we got the bike then, a stand up for the route to the building. Not the best step building to have a standoff in, but against the bike, it might still work out there for Looney, ever very, very slowly. Americans finding their grenades. Cheezus finding an intersection, Fallschirm being absolutely apart from the dingo up close. Saps the company for two. Fallschirm going for a flank here. Might be home to drop in there behind the Vickers. Fallschirm Pioniere routed it. Some pretty hectic action here. Sappers getting mauled. Vickers getting out there just in time. Avoiding utter annihilation. Panzer squad almost done here for Billy. Like he's forgotten about his Fallschirm Pan. He's dug in by the Western field pun, anticipating that Looney might try and do something from that angle, which isn't entirely bad. Yes. Vickers then now getting hit here by the Vickers. The Vickers hit by the MD-42. Fallschirm Pioniere ambushing and are retreating. He has artillery launched, and even Looney there is moving in to assist. Cheezus there for the fight for the field point. Ends up being somewhat expensive there for the Germans, that is Ausar, and without really much to show for it, honestly. Officer squad's already up here for Ausar the Val. Getting against Fallschirm Pioniere machine gun team some training. Now the route squad there for Looney in the west here. Panzer's fighting out with the scouts and forcing them to withdraw here.
A sector is in enemy control.
In the center we got riflemen up here, backed up by even more riflemen. German forces getting themselves into positions. And Cheezus goes for Australian defense. And just Billy here to make a bad choice of grenades. Or sticky bombs off on the bike here, blowing up the engine. Riflemen closing in here, charging forwards. Name of freedom and democracy. There go Vickers joining in.
The enemy have taken our territory.
And then go German force push back here. The Vickers supporting the riflemen proved to be a bit too much here for the Germans. And the center German lines collapse here like a house of cards. In a quick serve. Got fast support elements here for Billy. Panzer going to come here for Ausar. Thumbs up, splattering runs. So might see some Fallschirm Megers. And Cheezus going for even more infantry sections here. Lovely. Got the bike, not the bike, but the bike rushing in.
We're losing a victory point to enemy action.
East side here, section down there, scouring the castle ruins of any Germans. Fast forms only for Billy.
Is in enemy hands.
Medical station in support center for Looney. Likely going here for the Pershing. Classic heavy weapons build. Just go for the Pershing. Maybe you go for half-track, but primarily just go for the Pershing. Up here, American forces going for the fuel point, forcing here Billy to route back forces to deal with them to defend the fuel point. This entire German supply line is effectively relying on that fuel point, at least for now. East side though, Ausar here with the Hammer Göring, Fallschirm Panzer into these submarines. And going Fallschirm Panzer Division being the Luftwaffe's only Panzer Division. Would eventually get upgraded to a full Panzer Corps, though, by the very end of the war. With an added Panzer Grenadier Division in it. And a Panzerfusilier Battalion, which actually mounted in armored half-tracks. We got the MD-15s there, 4 out of the Vals, Falchion Pioneer.
Territory sector lost, Commander.
You sappers moving in, punch into the Stingo. Only for a 2 fails to get a burst off, but they force it into heavy cover. Put a suppression there instead. Now the MD... Oh, still gets some suppressed action. And there you go, Vickers, also getting suppressed, deals with the Falchion Pioneer trying to flank in here. I want to pop the veterans one ability here. Smash it now. Got the other Falchion Pioneer squad wing, other one retreating here. Heavy fighting for the castle ruins. MD-42 to get knocked out. We got there. Falchion Makers dropping in here for Ausar. Thumbs up. Panzer is almost on over Billy as Looney again goes in here to assist his teammate as aggressively as needed. Yeah, I might lose the MD-42. Good chance losing it because he did stuck around out in the open. Versus opponent heavy cover for too long. That was definitely an error there, I think, tactically here by Ausar. There goes straight from around called in. Falchion Jägers bring in with FT-42s to the Falchion Jäger. And the Falchion Jägers did use a sort of like an assault rifle, as that was basically what is kind of known as a battle rifle, which for those who do not know is an assault rifle that fires larger rounds, basically full on, you know, action rifle rounds, whereas assault rifles fire a shortened round. Before to wipe again there, did try his best, but just his best was insufficient. Assault grenades were dropped off, I think, too far away to actually get a chance of knocking it out again. Don't nice attempt here, Billy. And said they were not handed the Falchion Jägers like, you know, in large quantities like that. They were typically like just, you know, meant to sort of operate like an extra light machine in the team. So I think they would have had one of those and then like an MG-34-42. But something like that. Falchion Mega squads were actually quite heavily equipped with a variety of weapons. Like, you know, you have the machine guns, you'd have like a rifle grenadier, and you'd also typically, I think, also play the squads a sniper as well, or a marksman at least. So there's in that sense a rather large variety of weapons than in an actual Falchion Mega squad. Black feeling half to the for Billy. He's gone for Italian infantry. Bossatore there being lined up. Also, of course, suffering the loss there of the MD-42, a bit hurt here. Plus, he's not really been able to build up his forces significantly. We do get another fight in the squad, so thumbs up to that. Go for the squad as well. He did. Actually did. Falchion Pioneer's position there. Go. We got to call in here, forcing them to quickly get into another position, except of course the pathing takes them in the wrong end, so they, instead of using the bit here for cover, they run in front of it, thus losing on any screening from enemy fire. I do hate it when they take shortcuts like that. Meanwhile, got Looney there, Bazooka team barred up, Rifleman Stu's out there for Cheezus as well. And there you go, Bike finally downed here in an absolute flurry of automatic fire.
Victory point is being overrun.
Allies so far have a mind with the Germans in terms of casualties. And go flak from the fort there, go right to the 2-pounder gun, which was a fantastic hit here. We might just see a finishing shot, the flak from half-track, no, not quite, 2-5 rushing in. And we got the Dingo hitting a mine going down there, but at least the Dingo is ding-gone. Truly great moment there for the German army. We took out the tiny British reconnaissance vehicle. We're heroes! Second Stuart there for Cheezus as his first one there is kind of risking diving into a bit of an anti-tank kill zone. Panzer Pioneer in the round, and we got a strafing around here. Not there, no, but over here. Catching a lot of British American forces. Falchion having to withdraw here in the end. Perhaps to go legally retreating there. In the center, German 4th being caught here by the MD-42 Pilfer Balloon Grenadiers on the infantry here. Ripping through the Americans. And the west side here, the Panzerjägers immediately got perforated and ended. Got the Bossatore out there for Billy. Some fierce fighting here. MD-15 wielding Falchion Pioneer added. Mines going off here, ruining some of Cheezus' men's feet.
Your tank available on Lend-Lease.
There's a bit going on. The Bossatore are first now getting moved to the front line, also getting the flamethrower package added. Got advanced logistics here for Looney. East side, their soldiers running down here. Got Rubber getting absolutely perforated in the center. And then another Stuart here for Cheezus. Which of course continues going for Australian defense. It's a strategy where basically get a lot of sort of light tanks and then you over-repair them so they become a bit more durable, and that we can really follow some aggressive tactics with them. That will definitely force the Germans to consider taking out faster, or in the case of Ausar, maybe getting out a lot of Stoogs very fast. Stuart there, they're definitely committing here to Pack 38, Fudge impugning getting hammered with the MD-42. Stuart there, though, escapes the wrath of the German army, mostly. Third Stuart almost done there.
Stuart's light tank, tracked and ready.
Pony is busy. Flak 38 in place from there for Ausar. I think right now he'd benefit more from Stoogs than those. Hands is in general.
A fuel point is being overrun.
Or Flak 36, really. In particular, his opponent's going to go for like a lot of sort of light tanks that's going to be repaired. Now, Flak 36 can certainly be one way of trying to puncture that strategy. But Germans are getting good maps on the east east however briefly before the Americans and the British strike back.
Sector overrun. The enemy has it.
Got moving in, then we got another fighting squad in there for House of the Val. Total of 3 of them, 2 thumbs up there to them. Lovely to see, lovely to see.
Enemy ground forces have claimed a sector.
And down the assault of the Triple Steward. Unleashing hell. More blasting. Stuart's laying loose with the miniguns.
Sappers have orders to over-repair.
There we go, so repair heat,
vehicles
and we
becoming
get spot on so there for Ausar, so we might in fact look at some Stoogs with a lot of fudge units. 4 Stuart there for Cheezus, and Looney here is just going for more bazooka teams, so definitely looking a lot
We're losing a victory point.
like a Persian story. Counterflasting the most repaired of the Stuarts there.
Victory point lost.
Bit awkward, and we got the Putnams taking so much fire they could end up retreating most of them except one squad here. The Stuarts are also for the draw, but mostly just need to right pace the job will be done. And we got some training for Looney, making these men even tougher, more durable. Rather than they're falling back. East side here, scouts, machine is moving about. Reflecting the getting hammered with a 2-pounder gun. Knocked down. Pack 38. Right around the corner here. Oh, it's actually Pack 45, it's not Pack 48. The icons just kind of look so much like each other. There you go. Pack 50 moving forwards. Got light vehicle training for Cheezus, of course, Cheezus, to further, of course, bolster his Stuart Swarm strategy.
Vehicle drills complete.
His team, of course, goes for the Pershing Stall strategy.
Threatening a victory point.
I'm sure they're being engaged by the massive tide of American blend-use equipment variety of the British. 117 with 341. Casualty-wise, they've been able to close the gap somewhat here, but the Germans, though the Allies even then still have a tiny lead over them. We got Looney bring up his own machine guns rather than just relying on the one he got from the Germans. Archers were there being prepared. Also more pack breaking off the field here. Some shot. This again is where like a Flak 36 out of either Billy or out of the Val could prove to be a very good investment trying to like deal with the Stuart Swarm now, or a swarm of Stoogs. Of course, trick is keeping the Stoogs alive and prevent them from getting picked apart one by one before you actually manage to build up like an adequate number versus the Stuarts. Go, Pack 38 back in action. Fact about it, the Germans actually used the Mount, or an upgraded version, actually using a French field gun, as known as the Pack 98-38. It was one of the many ways the Germans tried to like this make up for the Pack industry just couldn't make enough important things. They relied on a lot of like, you know, conversions and other measures to like just make, you know, up for like failing production like this. 117 and 3 and 4. Got the Panzer Company for Ausar, so I think he has gone for support elements, and I did cancel it. So yes, the Stu team green has been put on probably permanent hold. Thankfully. Stuart swooping out here, engaging the Fallschirmjägers, Panzer Grenadiers, Assault Grenadiers, Wasserjoy all out of here, Fallschirmjäger, they're getting mauled out in the open with no cover. Fallschirmjägers also very explosive with no cover, definitely risky there for Ausar and his fairly squishy and expensive infantry. German situation on the map patrol is also looking pretty rough. The Allies severing supply lines left, right, and almost center as well. And the MD42 continues to be a great steal there for Looney with Cheezus going for bishops now as well here. Ausar continues his move towards Panzers. Panzerkampfwagen. So Fallschirmjäger's been coming down here by the Quad Stewards. Almost losing the Fallschirmjägers, in fact, here the sheer volume these Stewards can displace there is terrifying. The packs just try to catch up with them.
Bishop SPGs are ready for construction.
Cheap reinforcement files. I mean, with that many Fallschirmjägers, getting cheap reinforcements is a pretty solid idea. But getting out of flak for the 6 though would also be a pretty solid idea. So, I mean, there's strong arguments considering the matchup here for both. Or either of the two there.
The Bosch are losing ground. Down to 200.
Germans being further squeezed in the bishop there. So I'm getting ready. Punny's behind down. We've got a house out here for Billy. And the 5th Panzer Grenadier Company. It's the Panda Force finally arriving here for Ausar. Deutschland. Archman Penn's got the drop in the 30 cal, forcing it back, going for the victory point. And then with the triple cut from the Allies, the Germans definitely need to put a stop to that relatively soon.
Damnation! The sector's in enemy hands. The enemy has our
almost done here for Ausar. On 17 was 205. Fallschirmjägers, they lose Panzer 4 there right around the corner of Ausar.
Enemy is down to 200 points.
Ja, Panzerkampfwagen 4, gefechtsbereit. And we got infantry for Cheezus as well. Meanwhile, Billy Mitchell's Howitzer there is hammering the American positions. Oh, that's the first time I've seen that one. Inventory full partial refund issued.
Taking heavy enemy fire here. Infantry training completed.
There's some forward C. Double pack 38s, but again, the repair there makes it much more difficult for packs like doing a significant amount of damage. Not to be unleashed against Billy's positions as he launches off the center back up the Fallschirmjägers under Ausar.
Victory point belongs
West side, Panda 4 almost got machining team there. Half track, us and Brack there. Looney continues his slow start for the Pershing. Cheezus might set up for Archers. We'll have to see if he does that. Seeing some light action on the right side, but so much of the fighting is so heavily focused on the center bit on the west side. And there goes Stuart Swarm again at it. And the 4 ring need repairs. Really get to tech up, I believe. I mean, he definitely would benefit from a Panzer Army commander at this stage. And again, Black Vader 6 could be an idea. You know, Panda fees are going for, like, you know, the Stu calling maybe. So a lot of options in the Billy could pursue, but so far Billy does not pursue any of them. Because the Stewards just continue to just rip into the Germans. As long as we come around all these bazooka teams, because they're clearly not being very careful around the Panzer. And we got a 5th Steward here for Cheezus. Just took a small break there to get out a bit of artillery to then support the Steward swarm. He then goes back to building up. Another Panzer for their Ausar, thumbs up. Billy still not taking up.
We're losing a victory point.
And there you go, tank depot for
Victory
Looney.
point lost. The enemy has control.
shot there from the Pack 38 and the Steward. Smoking the put as well there, actually. Thumbs up. Actually some tactically sound play there. Unfortunately, it doesn't cover where the actual horde of Americans is, but I like the idea. It was a nice attempt. The American forces do get smoked due to the artillery here, but it appears. Packs they're busy bombarding. Stewards except at least the surface doing no damage due to the overload. Again, you can sort of see like why these kind of strategies are somewhat popular among certain British players, but again, it makes us dudes like able to absorb a fair amount of damage they normally would not be able to do so. And when they're also then that cheap, you know, it makes just getting a lot of like fairly durable light tanks that basically, you know, have the health of almost like a Panther fleet.
You have command points available.
Quite possibly and quite successful just in terms of like, you know, cost benefits. So, Billy Mitchell there finally taking up with the Panzerarmee Commando. Got a Panther 4 there, hold down.
We've lost a sector.
One the fleet behind the 7. Stewart sweeping out. There you go, one Stewart might finally go down, but there again, smoke screen heat. Has to attack ground. Does take out a Stewart. Gavinson blows up alongside his crew there in the light tank. 2 Pounder gun rushing forward to right of the hold down Panther 4. East side there is some line action as well. He has Ausar sending the men armored sides. Good wait for this Panther 4. Thumbs up. That's for Billy. The other side of what's the team do with the Panzerarmee Commando. Another Steward done with another Bishop with Cheezus. Looks like Cheezus' Steward swarm strategy might have hit its upper limit. Wasn't quite able to fully leverage it before the point came. And Looney just continues to stop for Pershing. Of course he does. He might want to consider some fuel caches to assist him a bit with it, I think. But otherwise, I mean, you know, he's now at least to an extent getting it. Arguably still a benefit from just a bit more stuff there. It's the Panther getting swamped. Zukas, Stewards, Fudgemaker trying to assist here. Stewart. He's almost got the Panther 4 here, really close call. It looks like he also is able to escape with it, but it might get cost the Fudgemakers. He's down to just 2 squads then. Place to go some stars to who knows. These are the other Fudgemans when he can run the Steward light tanks. House again, pushing is like a bit as Billy goes for the Panther 3. Dicey clearing out German pack throws and holding the bazooka teams. 90 versus 95. Yeah, but still aggressive behind the victory points. They are starting to get a bit ahead on casualties, these infantry ones. They are somewhat turning the tide, but it is not there without its costs. Pressure on the left side of the Infantry on the right flank here. And we'll try to get knocked out. Also, they need to be careful with his units. Definitely pushing his luck at times, I feel like, much farther than he really should. Panther Brown, he could deal with the machine gun. That's actually the MD42. But he's playing the Panther, I think, fairly passively. Not willing to commit him and take out the machine gun rapidly. I feel like that's a missed opportunity, Billy, but that is just me. Another Steward for Cheezus. And more Fallschirmjäger hier für Ausar. Thumbs up. Wieder to the Fallschirmjäger 3. 77 is 95. Axis slowly, very slowly, carving away the enemy. Panther, they're roaming forwards. 66 versus 95. Another shootout for Cheezus. Looney, I mean, he's got the manpower. He's almost got the command points if he doesn't already have it. He just basically really just needs the fuel, and he's certainly a bit further away there from that. Watching the advancing sections there.
Sector overrun. The enemy has it.
Better so far on the centre. And the road gets quite dead in there. We got 395. Looney ever slowly moving towards the Pershing. 46 is 95. Hier können wir mit Panzergrenadiere.
Command points need to be assigned.
Cheezus just loading command points. Perhaps not sure if he wants to go for the Archer or not. I think Billy... I don't know if he's going to go for the Tiger thing or not.
We're losing a victory point to enemy action.
At this point, he's got like 4 Pack 38 sort of response to the Stewards. It does feel excessive. And if there's some of them could be Corgis.
Territory sector lost, Commander.
It's actually 3 because the howitzer icon kind of looks like an anti-tank. Another Steward here, there. Cheezus blasts one of Looney's machine gun teams. Lord.
Infantry has us ranged!
More Stewards there for Cheezus. We almost done here for Billy with another Panther play for Ausar as well. Plenty of good old German mediums, and there you go. Looney with his Pershing heavy tank has arrived. Support freedom and democracy.
Stuart light tank, tracked and ready.
In 23, and there you go. Lloyd on each of Ausar. Now here wrecking into the British forces there. Well, third Pentagon already hit for the German army. And there we go. Lots of squads are there for Ausar's Panzer Company. 12 is 95. 310. Pentacle hold down in the middle of everything, seeing a bit of range here for Ausar. Smashing it in the Pershings, get out of there. Might be too late, he was unlucky. We got that sort of patrol here. Dax providing some heavy firepower there, pushing back the Pershing. Panthers going for the flank here. Barely sensing opportunity, goes for the flank of the Pershing. Can he make it? Or the Pershing has reoriented itself. Then we got 200 plus. Steward swarm close. But not quite, and there go another Steward though. Pathing taking a bit too far off the beaten path. They're right to the German gun line. Goes up in flames. Bag of fireworks.
Enemy forces hold all victory points.
Germans still maintaining a much stronger presence now. Allies really starting to bleed out here. Certainly
anti-tank weapon and crew
a lot worse for wear now. 8 versus 95. All firepower unleashed. Guns for Deutschland. And the triple cap, the Allies do need to kind of pick up pace. And the Allies seem to be infighting amongst each other, which is obviously not a healthy sign either. Because of course with the Germans, in which case, you know, the opponents having a fight between themselves is typically a really
lost
good
the
sign.
sector to the enemy.
213 versus 95.
A munitions point is being overrun.
Okay, there for Looney.
We have 200 points remaining.
Yeah. Definitely looking rough for the Allies. The chances are definitely starting to look very slim, in part because, again, with their infighting, there's going to be a clear sense they're perhaps not coordinating as well as they could. And that's going to, like, just slowly sort of snowball and further erode, things there for them. Got the Flak 38 up here from Ausar, the Val. Interesting setup there. We got machine gun bunkers up as well there from
Command points available.
machine gun nests.
We've lost a sector.
Thanks, the Allies definitely
Your
there.
tank
159
available.
95. The honest stuff like that is why I really wish I could just disable like the chats and replays. Oh well, Panther 4 there alongside. A good portion of Wars houses and just get smashed because the buns up way too close to each other. That was definitely not a tactically savvy move, I think that sound. It's safe to say then when his opponent uses 2 bishops. Just been paying attention, so that was pretty hefty then, certainly a good start for the Allies, so even then they are certainly behind in a lot of respects except the victory points. Another Panther for their vows are Billy. Is he ever gonna bother with the armed reserves? That's fair enough, just about now. Panther 3 is raiding the Allied base here, boat room there by Billy. I think it also just forced the Allies to like just have to pay attention, further away from the front line though. Obviously, here we see one of the downsides to it, which causes the Hellcats and Pershing pursuing the Panther fleets and almost knocking them out here. 135 and 95. If the Axis force will get the victory point, they could beat up the Allies fast again. Anti-tank, they cleared up more bazooka teams for Looney. Still swarm with Pershings and Rambling. They got wiped by all the Pershing. Thumbs up, everything that happened. Section down, random gun left behind here.
Our allied HQ is under attack. Should we help?
95. Expecting there. Hopefully this kind of helps them firing away there.
We're losing a victory point.
And there you go. Up north, Fudge makers with their support. Regaining the northeast victory point here from the Allies.
Has our victory points now.
And these vows out. Blackfoot in place about to get knocked out here. Definitely a bit of an odd choice, all things considered. At least way put it, like maybe on the side would make I think a fair bit more sense, but I think right in the center of the map, well I guess most of the fighting is happening, most of the intensive fighting has been happening. I'd definitely say putting a flak 38 in placement like that was definitely a very questionable move. Mines down there, thumbs up to Billy. And 95, jumps rotating there, goes Hellcat right into line. Apparently the bazooka team running along as well. Thumbs up there though. The Bitcher barrage on the east of Billy. And there you go. It's good part of his own assault is with it. Then we'll keep the Allies off that victory point for a bit longer. Center though, sweeping post here. Got Cheezus in the zone there. One still immediately obliterated beneath a torrent of armor piercing shells. They've all hands assembled. And the Fudge makers up contest the eastern point one contesting from Billy's Panzer Gunner dealer. 35 as 95. And there you go, Panther Fleet taking out One of the bishops and a snowball appearances packed with the whole heat. Further chaos happening. Tanks exploding left, right, and center.
Radio's dead.
Going off like fireworks.
Damn it! The enemy holds all victory points.
The fireworks factory. Fire. All those things happen. 13 versus 95. Looks like it is game over for the Allies. They're so far behind now.
We're down to only 10
10,
points.
7, 4, 1, and that is it. GG, game over. Game over. Victory for the Axis, a loss for the Allies. The brutal 2v2 here. So hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something from it. This is Imperial Inc. Cheers, and see you all tomorrow for another exciting episode. Bye, everyone.